we have created one role in our AWS. At the same way, we have even created one bucket, which is S3 bucket, a storage in our AWS. Now it's the point for us to know how we have to get the data that we have it in our S3 bucket into our Snowflake. So for this, we need to have one integration object that we have seen, but the point is that what query we have to use in order to load the data into Snowflake from our S3 bucket. Hi, I am M. Asif Hussain from KnowHow Academy. What are we going to learn in this video? We are going to learn how to load the data from S3 bucket into Snowflake. So by the end of this video, you could able to get an idea about how to create a table, how to create a stage, how to create a file format object, then how to create the copy command that will be helpful for us to load the data into Snowflake. So watch till the end. My dear viewers, here I have opened up my aws.amazon.com and here we can see that I have created one S3 bucket. Okay, so under this S3 bucket we can see that I have three buckets that I have created. Okay, so if I just open up the bucket KNHW, and we can see that there are two folders in it. One is Power BI folder and one is the Snowflake folder. So if I just open up my Power BI folder, we have one Excel file, okay, which is a sample superstore data. So now what we have to do is that I have the storage location, which is my AWS, which is my S3 bucket. So now using a query, I have to get the data of this sample superstore into my Snowflake, right? So that's how we have to do that. We need to understand using Snowflake. So if I come into Snowflake, and here first what I am going to do is that I am going to create a table on the first database and with the name sample superstore. What I'm going to do, I am going to create a new table here. So under this table, if we carefully observe, there are the columns called row ID, order ID, what is the order of the product, when is the ship date of the product, what is the mode, what is the customer ID, customer name, what is the segment, from which country. So all the geographical information such as country, city, state, postal code, region, what is the product ID, what is the category of the product, what is the subcategory of the product, how much sales happened, how much quantity the customer has ordered, and what is the discount given, and how much profit did the company has got. So all these informations we have into this particular table. Okay, so at last what I'm going to insist you all is that whenever we are going to create a table or working on a Snowflake, we should make sure that what type of the warehouse are we using, what is the size of the warehouse, and what is the role that we are using it. Here I am using the account admin, which is the default role that we will be using it, and the compute warehouse, which is small. I am not using X small because I'm using small. There are huge data that I have to load into my from AWS into my Snowflake. Okay, so for this what I'm doing, the first point is that I have to create a table which is sample superstore, because if I have the table, if I have the rows in that particular table, then I can go and load the data in it, and that's what the very interesting thing that we have to know. So first what we have to do is that we have to go and create a table. So that's thing that we have to know. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just selecting the whole table and I'm clicking on execute, and as soon as I click on execute, we can see that the superstore table which is created, it is successfully created. Okay, so now as soon as I have created my table, the next very interesting thing that we have to focus is on, we have to create a file format object. Okay, so in this file format object, we have to set up the delimiter, we have to specify the type, we have to specify if any nulls are there. Okay, what is the skip, if it is a skip header, yes, if it is true, we need to keep it 1. So all these things we have to keep it here. So in the same way how we have created a table, in the same way we are going to even create a file format object. So what I'm going to do here is that create format, file format. What I'm creating a file format. So under what database? Under manage database, under file formats, what I'm creating a file format name, which is Power BI _ file format. So this is the file format object name that I am considering, and the type is a CSV I have considered. If you want, you can choose any other type as well. It purely depends upon the individual's requirement and use cases. So here the field delimiter, I'm just using it comma. Okay, if it is a skip header, yes, true, that's why I'm using it 1 here. And null if, so another point is that empty field as null, yes, if it is null, then it is true. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create this file format object. So once if I go and execute it, we can see that Power BI file format, it is successfully created. What it is done, the file format object is created. So my dear viewers, let me recap first what we have done. We have created a table. After we created a table, we have created a file format object. So after we create this file format object, we have to create a stage with the integration object. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to create a stage with the integration object. So if you see here, we have created one S3 integration here. Okay, we have created one S3 integration with the role that I would like to tell it to you under IAM. Okay, so if I come back here under IAM, okay, so what we have done is that under identity and access management, we can see that we have created 3 roles. Okay, under this we have created a Snowflake role. So here, based upon the credentials and all those things that we have it, okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to create with integration object. Okay, so here again, the same way how we have created a table, we have created a stage, in the same way we have to go and create a stage for the file format object with the integration that you have. So what integration I'm choosing it here, that is very important. The URL, so under S3, under KnowHow, so if I'm just going back, okay, so let me guide you over here. I'm just opening up my S3 bucket. So under this S3 bucket, if you see, I'm choosing the KNHW as my bucket under this Power BI. Okay, so see this buckets, KNHW, Power BI, the same thing here. So under S3, the bucket name is KNHW. Under this, I'm choosing Power BI. So that is my location. Okay, that is my location. So the storage integration, the integration object, which is S3 underscore integration object that I have created it earlier. And the file format is the same file format that I'm considering it here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create this file format object with the integration object. Okay. Alright, as we can see that the stage area Power BI folder, it is successfully created. What it is done, it is successfully created. Now it's the point for us. So we have created a table, we have created the file format object, we have created the stage, we have created the stage with the integration object. So everything is done. So now what we have to do, we have to use the copy command and load that data into this particular table. Okay, so for this, I'm using copy command into my database and the table sample superstore from where from my storage location, whichever I have considered it right away. Okay, this let me execute it. As soon as I execute it, it is taking some time that we have to see it here. Okay, what error it is telling? It is telling that number of columns in file is 1 and the corresponding table is 21. Okay, so what we have to do is that we have to go and just create one another file format object by specifying that. Okay, so here the double quotations that I am considering, okay, all these things that we have to eliminate, and I'm just executing this one. Okay, I'm just executing this one. As soon as I execute it, the Power BI file format is successfully created. Now let us go and execute this copy command. As soon as I click on this copy command, so when we have created the copy command, and when I would like to retrieve my complete table that I have created, we can see that the rows and the columns, okay, that have been loaded with the data. So this is how we have to load the data from S3 bucket into Snowflake. Today in this video, we have learned how to load the data from S3 bucket into Snowflake. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.